I want to read a story from the book. Okay, it's a pretty crazy story you got here in the book. And I have a feeling the audience is going to have the chills all over their body when I read this. So there are no points. Every one of them is number one, similar to Relentless. So I'm not going to be able to get any points, but this is one of the number one points, okay? So you say on page 103, winning wants all of you. There is no balance. And balance, is a very trending topic. People always want to say it's not healthy to not live a balanced life. It's not healthy to do this. But here's a story you tell. When my daughter was around 5 years old, she was watching me pack for a long road trip. And she asked, Daddy, why do you have to travel so much? This is how I take care of our family, I told her. I travel for my work so I can take care of you and Mom and put food on the table. She was quiet for a moment, and then she said the words that stung me harder than anything that has ever been said to me. If I eat less, can you stay home more? Holy freaking moly.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I read this. I was just kind of like shaken by it. My daughter, same age when you tell her she's about to turn 5 years old. How do you explain this to the average guy? It's like, well, that's why you should stay. That's why you shouldn't work that hard. That's why you shouldn't go after 10. What are you doing? Is that really a good father? Are you really doing the right thing? Are you wanting to go through the pain? Why don't you just kick back a little bit? Why don't you just relax a little bit?
And the next part of that, like I said, most people would be like, okay, the story would be, yes, I unpacked. I decided to stay. I kept packing. I kept packing. You need to be true to yourself. And here's the thing. I knew what she was asking. I knew what she was going through. But I had to be selfish during that time. And the only reason I had to be selfish during that time is because I had a path and a goal that I wanted her to be able to achieve and her to be able to see. And knowing that I had to make this sacrifice now for the benefit of what was going to deliver down the line. And if I couldn't deliver what I wanted to deliver down the line, it would actually be more detrimental to myself and to the family and to my growth and to her growth if I didn't complete what I was set out to complete.
Did she read this chapter?
She hasn't. I have not allowed them to read the chapter yet.
Really?
Yeah. I have
is
not.
This the same daughter you're about to go visit, or is this the same daughter you're about to go visit? So, the topic of guilt. Okay, I want to spend a couple minutes talking about the topic of guilt. I made a video like 2 months ago talking about guilt because it messes with people. Last night, I'm at the Breakers. Guy comes up to me, says, Patrick, I got to talk to you, man. I got to talk to you. I said, what's that? He says, I'm a real estate developer. I'm killing it. I'm making millions. I'm doing so well for myself. I married my wife. She's my sweetheart. I'm 27 years old. I'm doing everything I can. But I got a 6-month-old daughter that just came, and I'm going through this and I'm going through that. How do you manage this? Because my wife is a stay-home mom and she's trying to take care of the kid, but at the same time, I feel like I'm overworking in real estate. I'm working all this stuff that he's telling me, right? In my mind, I'm listening to this guy and I'm asking myself, first of all, there is no right answer I can give this guy. You can't teach that. If you're asking it, whatever answer you give, the guy's already asking for permission to say what? He's just asking for permission is what he's doing, right? Yeah. We're saying, hey, make me feel good that I work less and stay home and kick back and relax. Yeah. I'm like, I don't have an answer for you, buddy. Mm-hmm. This is not a decision I make for you.
No.
This is a decision you're going to make, right? How do you process the concept of guilt with people who you get to a certain level and you're working hard? You're like, oh, I can compete with this level guys, and this is great, and I'm going to go to the next level. Then you go to the next level, like, okay, 6 months ago, yeah, I can beat these guys as well. And then you go to the next level and you're like, I don't know about this level. I think at this level, I'm okay being in the top 20%. But there's no, to be in the top 1% of this level, that guy does that guy does this guy does that. I'm backing off, right? Do you think that is a decision the individual has to make? Or do you think that is a decision that somebody can be sold on by somebody else?
Most of the time, that decision, somebody else is sold on by somebody else. That your decision to stop.
The question I'm asking about the guilt side is the following. I'm asking, a guy's come in, he wants to be a killer, right? But he's hit the wall where he's experiencing similar guilt to the story you talk about in page 103, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So he's coming to you and he's saying, look, here's what I'm going through, Tim. You remember that story you said on 103? I'm kind of going through this. What do you think about this, that? Versus the guy who's a Michael or a Kobe or this, he already knows. By the way, it doesn't mean it's not painful. It doesn't mean you're not going to have an emotional moment. It doesn't mean you're not going to cry about it. It doesn't mean you get into cry. But is it the individual's decision, or is somebody else going to sell you on, don't worry about it, go think big, go after it? Who makes that decision?
It's yourself. It's the individual decision. It's an individual decision. All right, listen. There's guilt that other people put on you. The worst guilt is you put on yourself. All right. Every single decision, there's so much guilt that people try to put. Not only are you working so much, why do you need to go work out? You're going to eat that? Why are you dressed that way? That's just people's way of laying guilt on you. All right. So people are going to be constantly laying guilt on you. It's the guilt you put on yourself. You make a decision to be, this is who I'm going to be. This is who I am. This is the person. This is the person. And these are the consequences that come with being this person.
How do you have that conversation? Guy asked me a question yesterday. I'm sitting there. Another guy comes, sits right next to my wife. We're having dinner at this place called Echo. And she asked, well, how do you deal with your husband that's working like this, all this other stuff? How do you have that conversation? But believe it or not, most people don't know how to have this conversation. Right. How do you have that conversation? Because many times if you don't have this conversation, this leads to marriage, this leads to issues with friends, with family, with mom, with dad, falling out, all this other stuff. From your experience, I haven't been around for a while. You got wisdom in this more than we do because you're the expert in this area. What is the right approach to take with the people you love the most? Your wife, your mom, your dad, your kids?
Have the conversation early, have the conversation often, but your results have to dictate what you're doing. That's it. If you tell somebody I need 90 days, you got 90 days to deliver. Don't turn 5 years later and say you didn't deliver in 90 days. If you say, hey, I need 5 years, this is where I'm going, you better deliver in those 5. I told Michael, I said, I need 30 days. I need 30 days before you make any judgment on the training, anything that's going on. I need 30 days. 30 days turned into 15 years. All right. So when you tell those individuals those results have to not only benefit you, they have to benefit them. They have to benefit them. All right. And everybody thinks by benefiting them, it just means, from a financial standpoint. No, it's not. It's not only a financial standpoint. If you're putting in all this time now, all right, then when you do take that trip with the family and you do that, you're in that trip with that family. You're like you've earned that time. You've earned that time to be with them. When my daughter was younger, I moved to LA to train Kobe. That was one of his requirements. He goes, I need you to live here. So and my daughter was a volleyball player. I said, give me the volleyball schedule. All right. And this is now from flying in from Orange County. So I would look at the volleyball schedule. I would look at Kobe's schedule from a workout, training, game schedule. I would look at it. I would literally catch a 7 a.m. flight from Orange County, land in Chicago, go to my daughter's volleyball game for 90 minutes, drive back to the airport, get on the 7:30 flight back, and be ready for the training session next day.
Wow. How long did you do that? How long was that run?
7 years.
Wow, buddy. Good for you, man. What a freaking story right there.
7 years. Now, did I make every game? No. Did I miss events? I did miss events. Was it a perfect situation? No.
Does it come with the territory?
It does.
Unfortunately.
It does.
Do you almost tell somebody who, like, let's just say I come to you and I say, Tim, let me tell you, I'm not scared of these guys. I want to go compete with these guys. And I believe I got what it takes. I'm 6'6". I got a 43-inch vertical leap. I got a good size mitt. I got a good quick first step. I'm an 81% free throw shooter in college. I'm a 48% field goal shooter. I'm pretty good at my game. I'm good. I'm a guy that's coming up. I think I can play ball with these guys. If I come to you, do you tell me, you sure you're going to be okay with this? You sure you're going to be okay with that? Are you sure you want to handle this? You sure you're going to be accepting the fact that, parents not going to support you? How do you handle? Is there an interview process or
all the whole things? Everybody it's like, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm willing to do. Do those things match? Everybody likes to tell you, yeah, I want to be the best. This. I tell all the people I say all the time, I get that. Listen, I'll outwork anybody. I'll do anything. I'll do this, and I'll say, okay, I'll see you tomorrow for the workout. What time's the workout? I need you here at 3:30 in the morning.
So if you like this little short clip from an interview I did, click over here to watch the entire interview. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.